Close your eyes and imagine it's the 4th of July and you're standing with your family on a sidewalk watching a parade. A marching band is playing and the sound of cheering crowds fill your ears. You're packed in close, and as you look around, you see the colors red, white, and blue being worn throughout the parade. Suddenly a large horse trots by, and the rider is carrying a flagpole. At the end of the flagpole is a magnificent flag of red, white, and blue, covered in stars and stripes. You're reminded this is the American flag, a symbol of the United States that's been with us for a very long time. But did you know the American flag has a fascinating history filled with interesting stories and important people? Let's dive into the incredible journey of the American flag. The story of the American flag begins during a time of great change and excitement. The United States was a young country, having just declared its independence from Britain in 1776. This means it became separate, its own country. The people of America wanted a flag that would represent their new nation and its ideals. At the time, there were many different ideas about what the flag should look like, and it was up to a few people to decide on the final design. One of them was a woman named Betsy Ross. Betsy Ross was a skilled seamstress who lived in Philadelphia. A seamstress is someone who sews using a needle, thread, and cloth. In 1776, Betsy was asked to create a new flag for the United States. George Washington, who was the leader of the Continental Army, visited Betsy Ross and showed her a sketch of a flag with 13 stripes and 13 stars. These stripes and stars were meant to represent the original 13 colonies that had come together to form the new nation. The colonies were like states at the time. Betsy Ross is said to have made some changes to the design, including adding a 5-pointed star instead of a 6-pointed one, and then she got to work sewing the first American flag. While the story of Betsy Ross is well known, it's important to remember that the history of the American flag is a bit more complicated. The design of the flag went through many changes over the years as the country grew and new states joined America. The original flag had 13 stripes and 13 stars, but as new states were added, more stars and stripes were added to the flag as well. One of the important people involved in these changes was Francis Hopkinson. He was a designer and a signer of the Declaration of Independence too. Hopkinson is often credited with helping to design the original flag and creating the layout of the stars and stripes. His work played an important role in making sure the flag represented all of the states in the Union. In 1795, just a few years after the United States had become a country, the flag was updated to include 15 stars and 15 stripes to represent the addition of 2 new states, Vermont and Kentucky. However, this design quickly became too cumbersome because it was difficult to fit all the stars and stripes on the flag. So in 1818, a new law was passed to change the flag's design. This law made the number of stripes back to 13 for the original colonies, and said that each new state would be added as a star to the flag. The flag continued to change as new states joined the Union. Each time a new state was added, a new star was sewn onto the flag. This process continued until 1960, when Hawaii became the last state to join the Union. At that point, the flag settled on its current design, with 50 stars representing the 50 states of the United States. The American flag has become a powerful symbol for the country and is used in many important ways. It's often used at government buildings, schools, and homes, and is flown proudly on national holidays like Independence Day, Memorial Day, and Veterans Day. The flag is a reminder of the values that the United States stands for, such as freedom, bravery, and unity. One of the most touching ways the American flag is used is during ceremonies to honor those who have served in the military. When a service member passes away, a flag is often presented to their family as a symbol of gratitude and respect for their sacrifice. This tradition shows how important the flag is to the history and values of the United States. The American flag is also an important part of sports and cultural events. During sporting events, such as the Olympics or major league games, the flag is displayed to show support for the country. The national song, The Star-Spangled Banner, is played and often sung. People stand and place their hands over their hearts as a sign of respect for the flag and what it represents. In addition to its role in honoring and celebrating the nation, the American flag represents the principles of fairness and equality. It reminds people of the importance of working together and making a better future. The flag's stars and stripes symbolize the unity of the states and everyone who lives in the country. The American flag has inspired many people to think about what it means to be a citizen and help the country. For example, during times of challenge or change, people might look at the flag and feel a new sense of hope and motivation to make a change. Another important part of the flag is its role in education. Schools often teach students about the history and meaning of the flag, helping them understand why it's special. Learning about the flag also helps children appreciate its importance and the values it represents. It encourages them to think about how they can be responsible and active citizens in their own communities. In many schools, students place their hands on their hearts and recite the Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning of the day. The flag has also been the focus of many artistic and creative expressions. Artists have painted it, musicians have written songs about it, and writers have included it in their stories. These works help keep the spirit of the American flag alive and remind people of its importance in American culture. The flag's story teaches us about the importance of working together, respecting our history, and creating a better future. As we look at the American flag, whether it's fluttering in the wind or displayed in a classroom, we're reminded of the principles that make the United States a unique and inspiring place. The flag is not just a piece of cloth. It's a powerful symbol of what it means to be part of a nation and a reminder of the values that bring people together. So the next time you see the American flag, take a moment to appreciate its history and what it represents. Think about the people who helped design it, the changes it's undergone, and the way it continues to inspire and unite people today. The American flag is a beautiful symbol of the country's past, present, and future, and reminds us of the importance of standing together and working towards a better world.